YouTube, how you doing? I'm Robert, and I'm going to come to you today once again with a great video that's going to help you to reach your full potential in life and achieve your goals and dreams, and be that real person that God created you to be in your mother's womb. So we're going to talk today about self-limiting beliefs and toxic strongholds. This is video number 2 on the topic. But before we do that, if you are not a subscriber, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. It helps us out in getting more subscribers and positioning us to where we can get these videos out there to the general public. But it also keeps you aware and fully informed of the different things that we're teaching about, our training, our webinars, things that are happening. So you want to certainly do that. And if at the end of this video you like this video, give it the thumbs up and share the video as well. If you have any comments, we love comments. We love to hear what you think, what you're going through. And again, we're here to help you. All right, so self-limiting beliefs and toxic strongholds of the mind. Now, we talk about self-limiting beliefs. Hey, we all have them, right? I have them, you have them, virtually everyone has them. But it doesn't mean you have to keep them, okay? You can work on reprogramming those self-limiting beliefs, which, by the way, came to you many, many, many years ago. So you're just manifesting or your internal beliefs, even though on the outside you really don't want to believe what you believe. But it's very difficult, not impossible, but very difficult to deal with it. And of course, you're not going to hear this in a lot of places, so I'm glad that you're here so that we can help you out. Whatever your self-limiting belief is, I want to start by saying that that self-limiting belief is essentially a lie. It's just that you're believing the lie. So let's look, for example, you're someone that you really desire, you want, you wish that you could start a business, okay? But inside something says, you can't do that. And of course, now it's about validating that internal statement that you can't do that. Well, why can't you do it? Well, I don't have the education. I don't know how. So that is a self-limiting belief. That is a lid that you're hitting. That is a glass ceiling. That is a box that you're in that's saying you can't do it. Okay, now you guys know what I'm talking about. It's something that's saying that you can't do that, and you validate it by a lot of different things that are deep inside you. One is, I don't know how. Well, we know that's a lie, because what's the answer to that? You can learn how to do something. So that belief that says I can't do it is a lie based on a view that it's because I don't have the education or I don't know how. Well, you can learn, or you can go get the education. But wait a minute. Now I have another self-limiting belief. I can't go to get an education. I don't have the money. Well, you may not have the money now, but can you get the money? Well, the answer to that question is, of course, yes, you can. You get money for other things. You get money for your hair, your nails, you get money for this, that, and the other, but at the end of the day, you're just locked in. You're coming up with an excuse that you can't do that. So that's a self-limiting belief. That's not found out there somewhere. That's found in here. Self-limiting beliefs are internal. Most of the problems that you have are internal. To look outside and expect our circumstances, our situations, the things that we're going through to change based on things on the outside changing is not a healthy mindset to have, okay? You need to understand that you need to work on you, stay in your lane, deal with your self-limiting beliefs, and then from there, you'll be able to move on in life. Now, let me just say this. Again, I said this, that self-limiting beliefs are not unique to you. There are so many people that today are highly successful, millionaires, billionaires, achievers, maximum potential achievers in life, that have worked through their self-limiting beliefs. We can look at some people from years ago: Edison, Einstein, Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, to name a few. Modern day actors: Samuel Jackson, Bruce Willis, Harrison Ford. Yeah, that's right. Han Solo had limiting beliefs. Okay, but they worked through these things. Warren Buffett is a phenomenal example for you that may know of Warren Buffett. A billionaire, one of the richest men in the world, and he suffered from basically a phobia, a fear of talking. He just believed that he couldn't do it based on a lot of different things, and he plowed through that self-limiting belief. And of course, the Bible's full of them as well. I mean, Moses' self-limiting belief, didn't believe that he could speak. You have the disciples' self-limiting belief with the, 5 loaves, couple fishes. You have Jeremiah, who is a youth and feels that because he's a youth, he can't do it. And then, of course, you more than anything, you could look at the disciples who are casting out demons, but then all of a sudden they come to a place where they can't cast out a demon because of a severe manifestation. And Jesus says, well, the reason you can't do it is because of your unbelief. Okay, you need to deal with that unbelief. And this type comes not out but by prayer and fasting. So the prayer and fasting was for them to deal with their unbelief, not to deal with the demon that was in somebody else. Just doesn't make sense, right? Because if that was the case, and people will always get backlash on this, I get it, it's because they've been religiously indoctrinated in false teaching churches and ministries, but they'll say, well, no. Demons come out by prayer and fasting. Well, why don't you go and try that and get the demon out of your uncle, your nephew, your spouse, your pastor, your bishop, your neighborhood? Just pray and fast and find out how that works. Okay? It doesn't, because it's not designed for them. The prayer and fasting is designed for you to deal with your self-limiting belief, or in this case with the disciples, doubt. Okay, that's what they had to deal with. So again, it's not unique to you. A lot of people deal with this stuff, but we have to learn how to dismantle these self-limiting beliefs. And allow me to help you out today in this video, okay? Because I believe that you can achieve anything you want in life. Whatever your situation is today, you don't have to stay in that situation. You're in that situation because you believe that's where you belong. You truly believe that. Now, you may be saying, no, I don't believe that. I declare, decree, prophesy, I'm doing all this other stuff. Well, again, how's that been working for you lately? It doesn't work. The reason it doesn't work is now it's good to do, don't get me wrong, and it's a part of it. But the problem is you're doing that from a conscious mind perspective, an awareness that, hey, that's what I want, that's what I desire, that's what I wish, that's what I want to be, and I'm going to go ahead and confess that and say that. Well, that's good, but what do you believe? Remember, doesn't it say, as a man thinketh in his heart? Okay, so is he. What do you think? What do you really think about you? Do you even believe that word that was spoken over you that says you're going here, you're going there, you're going to do this or do that? Do you believe that? Because you can hear it all you want, but if you don't believe it, then you're not going to achieve it. Whatever you believe, you can achieve without question. So you have to deal with you. It's not out there. So you can sit there and say, well, no, I believe. Well, if you believe, then the question is, why are you not doing it? Why are you not there? Why haven't you started? Well, and I hear this a lot. Well, I'm just waiting on the Lord. Well, for what? Why don't you get in motion? Why don't you get started? And you're not going to, because you have self-limiting beliefs. And again, that's not judgment against you. This is just fact. This is how it works. So I think the first thing you need to do as it pertains to dismantling the self-limiting beliefs is just acknowledge them. Acknowledge the fact. I mean, be honest with yourself that you have those self-limiting beliefs. What self-limiting beliefs do you have? Whatever they may be. I told you last time in the last video of my self-limiting beliefs. Begin to write those down. Even today, where I'm at, and I'm well on my journey, and I teach people how to begin their journey and arrive at their destiny. But I still have some self-limiting beliefs in certain areas. But there's been many, many dozens and dozens of self-limiting beliefs that I have plowed through. Okay? So I want to help you to be able to do that as well, because you know what I'm talking about. you know that you want something else, but you're always, you're always hitting that lid, that wall. And this is why you're always going places saying, well, I need my breakthrough. I need my breakthrough. Well, yeah, no duh. Yeah, you need your breakthrough, but how do you achieve that breakthrough? Well, the breakthrough is not found out there. Nobody's going to be able to speak it into you. Okay, that's okay to do, but you need to deal with the self-limiting beliefs. According to your faith, your belief, be it done unto you. So that's first thing, acknowledge. Second thing is you need to ask yourself the question, and this is where we help people in our coaching. Why do you have these beliefs? See, most of these beliefs, most of these self-limiting beliefs is because of your childhood experiences or societal programming. This is why you believe the way you do. It's from your childhood experiences. That's right, your family, your race, your culture, your environment, the things you heard, the things you saw, the things that you were exposed to between 0 and 8. That's right, you took it all in. And now, today, it doesn't matter if you're 30 or 40, you're going to respond based on that programming. Same thing with society programs. And we begin to act out these things. So even though we desire something else, okay, we don't like where we're at, we're always going to revert back to the program, okay? So you can focus in on something, but the moment you start to focus in on something which is good, your conscious mind, your subconscious mind takes over and says, well, this is the way I'm going to run. This is the way you're going to go. I think a prime example would be driving a car. Have you ever driven a car and you're driving a car, you're aware you're driving a car, but then all of a sudden you begin to think, you begin to focus on your activities for the day, the things you're going to do, go to the health club, go to work on this, work on that, make a phone call, whatever. The moment you do that and you're focused on that, what takes over driving the car? Okay? And then, your subconscious, because you program that in through training it to drive the car. This is why you can drive, and next thing you know, your place of employment, you're like, geez, 10 minutes went by. I don't even remember the cars. I don't remember. Well, no, because the 95% of you, the area of you that has the tremendous amount of power, as it were, is your subconscious. So we need to understand all that, okay? But again, this happened because of your childhood experiences and societal programming, okay? It happens also because of walls that you built, things that you experienced, the hurt, the trauma, whatever, okay? For example, somebody may say, I can't open my heart and really forgive someone because I've been deeply hurt from the past. Well, yeah, it's true, you've been hurt from the past, but now you built a wall. So your limiting belief is based on your hurt, your trauma, your pain. That's inside you, and that's limiting your belief that you can genuinely love somebody or that somebody can genuinely love you back. Okay? And again, I think the third thing is, as we're closing today, is just understand that those beliefs, those self-limiting beliefs, are simply just not true. Okay? I mean, the foundation of those beliefs in and of themselves is highly subjective. Okay? I mean, the mindset that says, I can't start the business, or I can't begin to invest in the stock market or in real estate, whatever, is highly subjective. Why? Well, it's because where did you learn that? Did somebody tell you you can't do that? Because you'll never be able to invest in the stock market unless you go and get a Series 7 or you take courses. Well, I can tell you for a fact that's absolutely not true. Or you can't buy real estate with no money down because, well, you haven't taken all the courses and spent thousands of dollars to learn how. I didn't spend thousands of dollars. I spent some money, but I just basically learned. I mean, I don't have an education. Okay, degrees. Some of you all have these titles and doctor of this and all that stuff and whatever. And that's cool. That's what you want to do. But at the end of the day, I'm highly educated. Highly. Why? Because I have devoted my life to self-education. I learned. If I've done it, and you don't know my story, well, maybe some of you do, from where I came from, I can guarantee you can do it. So again, most of those beliefs that you have are unjustified, okay? Um, they just popped up on you. They appeared to you because you had some bad experiences, okay? And when you have bad experiences, automatically your brain shuts down that you have the possibility of doing something, okay? So if you were told when you were young, you're a bad person, you're no good, you're not lovable, you're not likable, you're defective, you'll never measure up. And boom, 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 that's being popped into you, okay? Those are your experiences, a lot of rejection from your family of origin, whatever. Then anytime you want to achieve something later on in life, like a healthy relationship, and somebody says, oh, you're wonderful, you're beautiful, you're lovely, you may smile and snicker and say thank you, but inside you're saying no way. Why? Because your limiting beliefs are breaking or blocking the possibility that you can genuinely be loved. So again, there's a lot to this. I mean, this is literally days and days of teaching and discussion. I just want to give you a little nugget today. So again, we'll come back. We'll talk a little bit more about how to fix this, how to deal with it. But until then, again, hit the subscribe button, give the thumbs up if you like this, share this video, and also consider coaching with us. Allow us to coach. We coach literally hundreds of people around the globe today, hundreds and hundreds. We've coached thousands in the years, but please check out our website below. Set up your appointment. Look forward to talking to you then. Until next time, God bless. Bye-bye.